We have the Osseo Merchants taking on River Falls Fighting Fish. The starting lineups for the visiting team, the Osseo Merchant. Leading off in center field, Ryan Freitag. Right fielder, Nolan Matson. The pitcher, Alex Beom. Third baseman, Scott Hubble. The shortstop, Jesse Brockman. Catcher, Jordan Hauser. Second baseman, Cal Freitag. The left fielder, Will Thibodeau. And the first baseman, Joe Zawacki. In reserve, 16, Colton Williams. 20, Luke Guide. 33, Shane Sozinski. 4, Tyson Allen. Number 6, Aaron Hagberg. And number 9, Todd Weinke.
You are looking live at Jack Heckman Field here in beautiful downtown Marshfield as this afternoon Zaleski Sports brings you WBA State Tournament baseball action. This game will feature the Osseo Merchants and the River Falls Fighting Fish. Joe Anderson here to bring you play-by-play for this game and the one following at approximately 4:30. Joined on production to my left, the maestro of the modulator, the vicar of video, the archbishop of audio, Mr. Ryder Spada. The defense for River Falls, the Fighting Fish. Jake Lindsay's on the hill, number 16. His battery mate is Chase McQuaid. At first base is Andy Metcalf, Chad Patko at second, Trey Larson at short, Camden Mueller at third. The outfield for the Fighting Fish, Kyle Fritz in left, Brian Gleeble in center, and Austin Curdy in right. Josh Iden, the manager for the lads from River Falls. Leading off things for the Osseo Merchants, Ryan Freitag, then Nolan Matson and Alex Beom. Merchants from Osseo in the blue tops with the white pants, red socks, red accents on the letters and trim. River Falls Fighting Fish in the all-white ensemble. And I like it that the infield is in stockings. The only one that's wearing the long pants is the right fielder, Curdy. And we are underway here in this game at 1:46 first pitch. It's a beautiful afternoon here in central Wisconsin. About 78 to 80 degrees out. Fly ball to center field. Gleeble comes in and makes the catch for out number 1. Freitag flies out center field. Check the temp here. Nolan Matson, the batter, 75 degrees. It is a wonderful afternoon to come out to the ballpark. Come on out. Plenty of good seats available. And it's not that bloody hot out where sometimes you get some really hot afternoons in August, and today is a beautiful afternoon to come and enjoy a ball game. There we go. Batting from the right side, Nolan Matson. Count is 1-0. Base is empty. Just underway here in this game. First game this morning, called by Mike Steinwagner, saw Everest, the other Merchants, the Everest Merchants, knock off La Crescent 5-3. They will play tonight at 7:30. Fly ball to right field. Curdy makes the catch for out number 2. 2 flyouts to start the game here for Osseo. Make your home elite. Elite Exteriors of Wisconsin specializes in roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, additions, remodels, decks, garages, and new home construction. Make your home elite with Elite Exteriors. Stop and see them in Fall Creek. 2 outs. Beom the batter. Takes strike 1. Two sets of merchants playing in this tournament, Osseo and Everest. Only one group of fighting fish, though. The 4:30 game will feature Cadott and Tilden. Foul out of play. Cadott is 6-5 winner over the Red Hawks of Wisconsin Rapids. And the Tilden Tigers took it to my Brill Millers last night, 20-4 in a 7-inning affair. So it'll be Tilden and Cadott following this matchup. The pitch. Fly ball. Could be trouble. But what a great catch by Trey Larson, the shortstop, to end the threat. Great defensive play. No hits, no errors, nobody left. We head to the bottom of the first. Scoreless. You are watching WBA State Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
We're back here at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield for WBA State Baseball. Joe Anderson, Ryder Spada, bringing you this afternoon's action. We have a plethora of games to bring you today. Game 1 in the books started at 10:30 a.m. this morning. La Crescent and Everest won that matchup 5-3. And they await to play the winner of this game at 7:30. Mike Steinwagner will bring you that game. I will have the next one at 4:30, featuring Cadott and Tilden. The defense for the Merchants from Osseo. Alex Biom is pitching. Jordan Hauser, the catcher. Joe Zawacki at first. Cal Freetag at second. Jesse Brockman, the shortstop. Scott Hovell at third. The outfield for the Merchants, Will Thibodeau in left, Ryan Freetag in center, and Nolan Matson, in right field. Aaron Hagberg, the manager for the Osseo Merchants. Hey, when you need to look your best, leave it to My Salon and Plum Street Boutique, providing hair care for the whole family. And check out their plethora of fashions. My Salon and Plum Street Boutique in Fall Creek. And keep your home and valuables safe with SOS Security in Eau Claire. Protect against intruders, fires, water, and more for every room, every door, and every window. Place your trust in SOS Security. Leading things off here for the Fighting Fish, Brian Gleibel, then Chad Patko. I think it's Gleibel. Patko, and then Lucas Lutke. So Gleibel leads things off. That pitch inside for strike one from Biom. Batting from the right side. I'm a traditionalist. I like the high socks. And the entire infield for the Fighting Fish. All in the high socks, traditional. Don't like the long pants. I just don't. But then again, there's a couple of people that wear the pants up about mid-thigh, and that's too high. Strike two. Actually, strike three. That's a strikeout of Gleibel.
Second baseman, Chad Patko.
So Chad Patko will step in the bat. Sun is poked out from the clouds. They're talking about precipitation, but it's going to be happening late in the evening and overnight hours after 12 and finish off early in the morning. And strike one right away from Biom. And I will be checking the YouTube feed occasionally to see if anyone has left a comment. I'll give you a shout out over the air. Still trying to get the vocal cords back in shape. I've been doing a lot of work on the farm, so I don't say much, I don't talk much, and it's hard to believe I don't talk much. Get a little rusty. Count is 1-2 to Patco. 1 away, base is empty. The pitch, outside for ball. Merchants kind of similar jerseys to the Cubs. Popped up out of play. River Falls kind of reminiscent of a little bit of the Dodgers, a little bit of Kansas City Royals. Two-two pitch. High, count is full. High fastball, didn't chase. Keeps hanging on, working the count. Second batter of the game, and already Biome is up to 10 pitches. And works the walk. So Patco will reach on a base on balls. That'll bring up Lucas Lutke. Batting from the left side. He would be a gentleman that my late great uncle would say is a tall glass of water. Sporting Babe Ruth's number 3. Steps into the left side of the box. Runner at first. Pretty decent lead. Straightaway defense. Outside for a ball. Hubble close to the bag at third. Zawacki holding on Patco at first. Patco goes running and kind of mishandled by Hauser behind the dish, so it's a stolen base for Patco. On the exchange. Count even at 1 out, runner in scoring position at second base. Lutke awaits the pitch. Takes a high strike. One and two the count. The pitch outside for a ball. Fighting Fish, I believe, are the defending state champions. They've won 4 of the last state titles here in Class A. Foul out of play. The Merchants have a beautiful ballpark to play in Osseo. It is very nice. If you've never been there, you should get there. I'm not sure about River Falls. I've never done a game up there, but I would think they would have some pretty nice facilities as well. Here's the pitch. Fouled on the third baseline. Already 17 pitches for Biome. And lashes a base hit to right. They're going to send Patco. He rounds third, coming into home to score. And an RBI single for Lutke makes it 1-0.
The catcher, Chase McQuaid.
Chase McQuaid will step in the bat with one away and one in. I can't remember if it's Byam or Biam. We'll check the YouTube page here quick. McQuaid, the batter. See if anybody has chimed in yet. Giebel. Yep. Thank you for that. And that ball squirts by in a wild pitch, and that'll let Lutke advance to second base. Thanks, Mr. Jensen. Randy Dahl says, let's go fish. Chris Mueller says, nice. William J. Jensen, number 24, Brian Giebel. Yeah, that one I knew. That one I got. And we're doing a little maintenance on the catcher's equipment there. Kayla Barber says, First National Bank Field of River Falls is top-notch. Fox 9 did a town ball tour. Hey, that's kind of cool how they said that, town ball tour. Special on us. Look it up on YouTube. Well, thank you, Kayla. So shout-outs to Jensen, Mueller, and Barber for their chiming in. Any other help with pronunciations would be appreciated. If you are a Osseo fan, I believe it's Byam or Biom. So I'm not sure. Is it Byam or Biom? Byam? Okay, we're going to call him Byam. Two-0 count to McQuaid. Lutke at second. Chopper to the shortstop, Brockman. Over to first. Good scoop for Zawacki at first to get the put out. Now with 2 out brings up Trey Larson. WBA State Tournament here from Jack Heckman Field in Marshfield. Thank you for tuning in this afternoon. That pitch in the dirt. No advance. Whether you're buying or selling, turn to the Jesperson Group at Eau Claire Realty. They have a pulse on the local real estate market and can help you with both existing homes and new builds and can help you through each step of the process. That's the Jesperson Group at Eau Claire Realty. Strike call. 1-1. Lutke at second. McQuaid, the catcher, Larson, the batter, the shortstop. Here in the bottom of the first. And Byam struggling here. He's up to 24 pitches. Three and one. I like those socks for the Fighting Fish with the stripes. 3-1 count. Here's the pitch from Byam. Called the strike. Count is full. 2 outs. Runner will probably go with the pitch. Popped him up. Could be trouble. Infield free tag coming in from center. It's going to be the second baseman. The other free tag, that's Cal for the putout. RBI single for Lucas Lutke makes it 1-0 as we head to the second. You're watching WBA State Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
I'm Dan.
And I am Jane. We are the owners of Elite Exteriors of Wisconsin.
Whether it's roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, additions, remodels, decks, garages, new construction, our team delivers dependable results with attention to detail.
Let Elite Exteriors of Wisconsin make your home elite.
Oh, you caught me dancing here, ladies and gentlemen. We head to the top of the second inning, 1-0 Fish. Coming up for the Merchants here in the second inning will be Scott Hovell, Jesse Brockman, and Jordan Hauser. 4, 5, 6 batters in the lineup. Lindsay on the hill. Hideo Nomo's old number 16. And a swing and a miss for strike one to Hovell. Security Financial Bank, SFB. Whether you are starting a business, buying your first home, or saving for college, SFB are the bankers who believe in you. Learn more today at sfbank.com. Member FDIC. Security Financial Bank. Hovell finds himself in an 0-2 hole. Leading off the top of the second. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball one. We do play 9 innings. There is a quote-unquote mercy rule. If you were up by 15 or by 10 or more by the 7th inning. That was employed last night. Here's the pitch. Inside for a ball. In the Brill-Tilden game, as Tilden led 20, ended up winning that game 20-4. They had 7 in the first for Tilden and never looked back. It was 7-3 after 2.5, and then an offensive explosion by the Tigers. As he fouls that off, goes almost over the backstop. And a close one between Cadott and Wisconsin Rapids last night, won by Cadott 6-5. And they will play the next game and take on Tilden. That game will schedule for a 4:30 start, and that's a strikeout of Hovell for the first out of the second inning. Toyson Ford congratulates area student athletes on their accomplishments on and off the field. Toyson Ford, your community partner serving the Chippewa Valley.
Shortstop, Jesse Brockman.
Heard some sad news, at least for me, yesterday. Coming out of Ford, they are going to discontinue making the Ford Escape. Brockman, the batter, takes strike one. I love my Escape. That's you hear my broadcast, that's the infamous Zaleski mobile. Now 0-2. They are going to suspend making escapes now, and they're going to focus on the Bronco, replacing that model. Ball one. 1-2 the count. My favorite cars were an Escort and an Escape. 500 was okay. The van was okay. You get the family truckster. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Popped up. That's going to go into the stands in front of us. 1-2 the count. Mr. McKiskey sharing his opinion. Left-handed hitting Jesse Brockman. 1-2 the count. Lindsay comes set and the pitch. Fouled off again. This possible. No, it's going to be out of play. If it had stayed in play, I know that Ryder would have had it in your camera view. Lindsay even reminds me of Nomo's pitching style. Hideki Nomo pitched for the Dodgers probably about 20 years ago, when he comes set high and then comes down. Foul back. And now the pitches are starting to accumulate for Jake Lindsay. He's up to 21. He was at 9 coming into this inning. And Byam was at 27 for the Merchants. Fouled off again. Tip of the cap to Mr. Brockman wearing the socks. Here's the pitch. Bounced it. 2-2. I do like the knickers and the stirrups. I don't miss them refereeing football. I like the long pants for football refereeing. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one on dirt nearly got Blue. By the way, Blue, a very experienced crew of 3 gentlemen out there. They know what they're doing. 3-2 pitch. Rip foul down the first baseline. And this has got to be about the 10th pitch, or at least, for Brockman. He's starting to wear out Lindsay here on this at-bat. Fly to right field. Curdy makes the catch for out number 2. So about a 12-pitch at-bat ends up on a fly ball to right. With 2 down, number 6 hitter Jordan Hauser, the catcher. Jordan Hauser, a Gold Glove winner for the Chippewa River Baseball League. Number 22. Fly ball, center field. Gleeble makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down. 1-0 Fish. You're watching WBA State Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
This summer, the whole family is invited to Marshfield's home base for fun. Woodfield Inn & Suites, where great rooms come with great rates. Splash around in the indoor pool. Mom and Dad unwind in the hot tub. Let your kids take over the arcade. Book your family getaway at Woodfield Inn & Suites. The 2026 American Legion State Baseball Tournament is in Marshfield. Make Woodfield Inn & Suites your home base.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Thanks to our game day sponsors, Oakwood Bank in Augusta and Eau Claire. Proud to support local student athletes. That's Oakwood Bank in Augusta and Eau Claire. And H&S Fence specializes in chain link, vinyl, wood, and ornamental fencing. They've been providing commercial and residential fencing to the people of Wisconsin for the last 18 years. Contact them today in Fall Creek or at hsfencewisconsin.com. A lot of people have chimed in. We've got to give some shout-outs here to William Jensen, Chris Mueller, Trey the Deuce Larson, he says, Mr. Jensen, and Brian Giebel. And we appreciate your nice comments, Mr. Jensen, on us broadcasting today. Randy Dahl says, let's go fish. Kayla Barber, First National Bank. We talked about the Town Hall tour.
For the Fighting Fish, the third baseman.
Byam. Okay, Byam it is. Thank you for that correction. I will write that in. It is Byam. All righty. Thank you, sir. Kyle Hestekin and Chris Mueller has been really chiming in. It's fun doing these games. Thank you for that kind words. Good inning for the Fish. And we head to the bottom of the second inning for the Fish. Caden Mueller, Austin Curdy, and Andy Metcalf, 6, 7, 8 hitters in the lineup for the Fish. I like their nickname, the Fighting Fish. There's another team called the Wood Ticks. You got to be creative. Tell you that Chippewa River League, the sturgeons. You know what you call a fish doctor, don't you? A sturgeon surgeon. Ryder's not impressed. Foul off. Count even at 1. Bullfrogs. Features. Blues. 35ers. That's lacrosse. Hillsboro Tappers, that's down around my neck of the woods. One, two, the count. Some Expos, River Monsters, River Bandits, Hayshakers, Osprey, Moondogs, Phenoms, Islanders, Miners, Sharptails, Sea Dogs. Interesting nicknames. Fly ball, left field. Thibodeau will come in on it and make the catch for out number 1. Some quality at bats. They work in the count, but they just can't end up with a base hit. So that's 2 outs as Curdy flies out. Spent too much time looking at nicknames and not paying attention to the game. My apologies, ladies and gents. 2 down, bases empty. And Andy Metcalf, the first baseman. Otani's number. Nice job behind the dish by Hauser. One and one the count. Here's the pitch. Foul down the third baseline. Strike 2. Nice catch. I believe that's Aaron Hagberg, the manager for the Fish. Made it look simple. And down on strikes goes Metcalf to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Head to the bottom of the second inning. Or actually, we head to the top of the third inning. 1-0 Fish. You're watching State WBA baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to the competition where only the best healthcare plans rise to the top. Megasure.
Presenting Paperwork Pound Cake, a half-baked plan with flaky service sprinkled on top.
Ooh. Next up, Security Health Plan.
I call this one the Sweet Security. It has high-quality coverage folded in, and it's frosted with award-winning local service that's sweet but never sugar-coated.
That's a slice of better.
Chef Security, congratulations. Truly the recipe for better.
When you need to look your best, leave it to My Salon and Plum Street Boutique, providing hair care for the whole family by friendly and knowledgeable stylists who use only the best hair care products. And shop Plum Street Boutique for business casual and fun fashions to brighten your day. Sizes ranging from extra small to 3XL. My Salon and Plum Street Boutique, 2 places you'll love at one easy-to-get-to location in Fall Creek.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of WBA State Baseball here from Marshfield. Joe Anderson, writer spotter, bringing you today's action. Chris Mueller says that Bill is one of the Fish's stellar broadcasters. And I believe that must be Mr. Jensen, so nice job, fellow broadcaster. Hey, don't forget our friends from Nasonville Dairy. They make those fresh cheese curds daily. They make them every day in Marshfield, or you can pick them up in Curtis, or you can go online and ship them on NasonvilleDairy.com. Top of the third inning for the Merchants. 7, 8, 9 hitters in the lineup. This is Cal Freitag. And it'll be Will Thibodeau and Joe Zawacki here in the top of the third for Osseo. Falls behind the count 0-2. Boy, we've got a dandy crowd watching this afternoon. Thanks for tuning in. Leave a positive comment on the YouTube page. Give you a little recognition for being a viewer. Follow away. 0-2 the count remains. Both of these teams nattily dressed. Looking sharp. Script and block letters. Outside for ball. That's my thing. I always like to give recognition to viewers who chime in and leave a positive comment. That one just outside. McQuaid wanted it, didn't get it. I believe they do have challenges. We don't have, obviously, the pitch challenge, but you can challenge a call. Fouls that one away. There have been some quality at-bats here where they have worked the count up to anywhere between 7 to 12 pitches per batter. Fly ball to center field. Will be tracked down by Giebel. That is the first hit given up by Lindsay. And it took till the third inning. I was just going to say he's got a no-hitter through 2, and I didn't say it out loud. I thought it, and sure shooting, that's what happened. Will Thibodeau, the left fielder, first at bat of the afternoon. Some of those nicknames, I can see where they got them from. Another flare to right center. So back-to-back hits given up by Jake Lindsay. And now you've got runners in scoring position in the form of Cal Freitag at second base. Joe Zawacki, the 9-hitter, will step in. Where's number 12?
First baseman Joe Zawacki.
He'll bat from the left side. Facing right-hander Jake Lindsay. Andy Metcalf creeps in. The bunt is foul.
Luke and Cole are starting to wander around with the 50-50 bucket. Bucket ticket, 6 for 5 or a wingspan for 20.
This game started at 1:46, and it's moving along pretty well. We do play 9, unless we hit that 10-run rule after 7. Scores the bunt again. Metcalf, it creeps in along with Mueller at third. Another bunt. Lindsay will scoop it and get the put out at first. Patko had to reach up high to get that one, but the sacrifice is completed.
Top of the order,
1-4. They'll bring up the top of the order with runners now at second and third and 1 away. And Ryan Freitag, who flew out to Giebel in center. Lindsay will step off. And they're going to intentionally walk Freitag to get a put out anywhere. To try to get the double play ball. Nolan Matson, 0 for 1. Flew out to Curdy in right field. Boy, you got a lot of people watching this game. Thank you for tuning in. Again, leave a positive comment on the YouTube page. Give you a little recognition. Starts him out with a strike. Nolan Matson says, I beg to differ, and doesn't make any difference. 0-1 count. The pitch. Fouled off, 0-2. People complain about the balls and strikes. A lot. Umpire, what do you see? What do you do? You want to go back behind the catcher and do it? Step up. I've done it for years. I know my level that I'm really good at is the lower levels of middle school and high school. Fly ball to right field. Curdy makes the catch, will throw home. Runner will hold. Good defensive scheme employed by the Fish. Curdy with a gun to McQuaid, the catcher. Lindsay was backing him up with no need. And Freitag thought better. Trying to advance. So a good gun from Austin Curdy in right. They'll bring up left-hander Alex Byam. Big cut and a miss. 4 left-handers in the lineup for the Merchants and Coach Hagberg. And the pitch, a little flare, and that's going to bring in a run. They're going to send the second run in, and it gets away from Giebel in center, and 2 come in. So 2 RBIs for Byam on a single. That will bring in Freitag and Thibodeau, and it's 2-1. Osseo.
For baseman, Scott Hubble.
Flare that dropped in for a base hit, and Giebel had a little bit of trouble on the exchange. That'll put Freitag at third, and Byam at second with 2 outs. And Scott Hovell, who was a strikeout victim in the second with a big cut and a miss. So shout-outs to Chris, Kyle, Randy, Bill. Looking for other people to give a little recognition on the broadcast. Joe Anderson here with Ryder Spada to my left on production. 1-1 count, the pitch. Flared out of play. Next inning, we got to give some shout-outs to our team at Zaleski Sports. They have done some superb technical work. Give a little recognition to them. 2 outs, 1-2 count, 2 in, 2 on. Flare down the first base side, but well out of play. Got all the cool kids in the chat today. That is correct. Count remains 1-2. The pitch. Chopper to third. Gun the first. And a good throw from Mueller ends the threat, but not until 2 come in for the Merchants. And they take the lead 2-1 heading in the bottom of the third. You're watching WBA State Tournament Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Welcome to the competition where only the best healthcare plans rise to the top. Megasure.
Presenting Paperwork Pound Cake, a half-baked plan with flaky service sprinkled on top.
Next up, Security Health Plan.
I call this one the Sweet Security. It has high quality coverage folded in, and it's frosted with award-winning local service that's sweet but never sugar-coated.
That's a slice of better.
Chef Security, congratulations. Truly the recipe for better.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of WBA State Tournament Baseball here from Marshfield. Shout out to Blake Johnson. He is rooting for the Merchants. Shout out to the tech team at Zaleski Sports, especially Trevor Zaleski. In the past, we've used some different broadcasting tools to bring you games. Some of them it took a while to learn, and sometimes could be rather frustrating, but once you learned how to, all the little quirks, you made it happen, Captain. But Trevor has really knocked it out of the park. I'm not sure who all else was part of the tech team on that, but I think Trevor was the lead, where we really streamlined our broadcast system here as far as from a producer standpoint. And Ryder, you kind of like it, don't you? Yeah. We've come a long way since the company started about 6 or 7 years ago. So tip of the cap to the tech team at Zaleski Sports. 9-1-2 for the Fish. Fritz, Giebel, and Patko. And again, thanks to the viewers for making sure the pronunciations were correct. I tried to get them as best I could. But errors every once in a while happen. My name is easy to remember. It's Anderson. You can't go wrong with that. That's pretty simple. Flare to shortstop. Brockman. Good scoop for Zawacki at first. One up, one down. Nice breeze blowing in. Actually from left to right. North. It's out of the northeast. And not a really super hot day here either. This stadium, when it gets hot out, can get rather roasty toasty. Foul out of play. This is Giebel, who struck out in the first. The right-hander by him from the stretch. High for a ball. I talked to my former baseball coach from high school, Joe Vitsinda. By the way, the winningest high school baseball coach in Wisconsin baseball, high school baseball history. Got to get that claim in. Popped up out of play. And I asked him about pitching a couple years ago, and I said, do you teach the windup or the stretch? He says, nope, we do everything from the stretch. It's one motion. You do it all the time. And it's just a lot less mechanics you got to teach. Knocked up the middle, knocked down by Byam. Free tag. Nice job. Got it over to Zawacki for the putout. Seen some very good defense here for both teams. Because they used to do that big windup. If you look at baseball highlights from the 40s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, they had that big wind up, and they've gone pretty much to the stretch all the time. Patko walked in the first and scored the only run of the game for the Fish so far. 2-1 here, bottom of the third. Count now at 1-1. And I have a stat here. I got a couple of stats here of people that I know that I found interesting. On the WBA website. Kyle Fritz, by the way, a two-time pitching MVP. Kyle Fritz in 2024 and 2022. Tell you, the Flying Fish have got a very good resume coming into this. And that's called a strike, as they are the defending champs. Jesse Brockman was the defensive MVP last year. And he draws a walk, does Patco. So a 2-out walk will bring up Lucas Lukey.
Draws the walk and brings up the designated hitter, Lucas Lukey.
The one I found the most interesting was the Bert Eckern Memorial Offensive MVP. And 2 names stood out for me. Jim Krieger in 93. And I believe this is my old social studies teacher at Royal, who was an Auburndale native, Len Vandehey in 1964. He was quite the athlete. Len was the last high state WIAA state football player credited with kicking a drop kick field goal. That was for Loyal back in like 1947. Len, of course, has passed on. Went to high school with his kids. One and one count with 1 on and 2 away here for the Fish. Outside. 2 and 1. Volume set. Flare to right field, and it's going to be foul. Quite a bit of foul territory here at Hackman. Back in the day, if you look in the outfield when Ryder gives you a shot of the outfield to left field, you can see there's cars there sitting and there's a bank. This field back in the old days used to be as tall as that. It used to be level. Thank you, Mr. Spada. And foul down the left field line. Got a couple bleacher creatures out there sitting up in the lawn chairs watching the game. Very popular spot when the Chaparrals have games here. And even high school games, when you get a big game, people like to sit out there. And that big warehouse behind it is the old shoe factory. Foul down the right field line on a play. They just built some new digs on the south side of town. Not sure what the plans are for that building. A lot of them had been bantered about, but we'll see what happens. Kind of in industrial and suburbia here in Marshfield. You can see the houses in the background. Another one down the right field line. Pitch number 58 for Alex Byam, and we're only in the 3rd. Usually the magic number is around 100. And that nice breeze blowing in from the northeast right into the press box here. Ground ball again. This has got to be about the 9th or 10th pitch. A little banter between the home plate umpire and the catcher. Tying run at first for the Fighting Fish. Popped up. In foul territory. Hovell ran out of real estate. Wind is blowing from left to right on your screen. Actually, I believe it's blowing in. Trying to pick up the flag. It's more from the southeast, so if from center field sort of towards us and to your right. It is a welcome breeze. It is the humidity is kicked up, not so much the temperature. 2-2 pitch. Foul it off again. We've even picked up more viewers. Thank you for tuning in. Again, leave a positive comment on the YouTube page. Give you a shout out on the air. 2-2 with 2 outs. Runner at first. By him, the pitcher. And a high fly ball back in right center field. This could go. No, bounces up against the wall. It's going to be extra bases. We're going to be tied as Patco comes in and an RBI double for Lucas Lutke. Now that was a quality at bat. My gosh, that one must have been at least 12, if not 14 pitches. Finally got the pitch he wanted. And ties the score with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third at 2. So quality defense, quality pitching, and quality hitting for both squads. So Chase McQuaid will step into the batter's box. Picked up even more viewers. Thank you for chiming in. Looking for positive comments from people. Give you some shout outs. Top of the next inning, we'll give recognition to the people who have already chimed in. Has Zaleski Sports, all the cool kids in the chat today. Ground ball to short. Brockman will throw to first and end the inning. But not until the Fighting Fish tie it at 2. You're watching WBA State Baseball action here on Zaleski Sports.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Ruth Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile. Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of WBA State Baseball here from Marshfield's Hackman Field. Joe Anderson, Ryder Spada bringing you this afternoon's action. Shout out to Wisco Baseball. They said great broadcast and great matchup. It is a great matchup. And thanks for the kind words. Shout outs to the people who have chimed in so far. Bill Jensen, Chris Mueller, Randy Dahl, D-A-H-L-E. Kayla Barber has chimed in. Kyle Hestekin. Blake Johnson. Bill Jensen says the mustache marauder comes through again, but it was Patco's walk that made that run possible. Great job, Fish. And he is correct. Both of the scores for River Falls have come by the walk as far as the runner scoring. Patco both times has drawn a walk and been driven in by Lutke. Lutke with 2 RBIs. Top of the 4th. Jesse Brockman leading things off for the Merchants. Want to hear some people from Osseo chime in as well. Show some positive vibes for your boys. Tied at 2. What do you have for accounts? 1-1? Oh, that's a strike we know for sure. I think it's 2-1. Not sure. Blue has not indicated. Yeah, it's 2-1. Hey, I was right. It's 2-1. Right at Andy Metcalf. He says you'll get nothing like it. Snags that flare.
The catcher, Jordan Hauser.
Fan out there says keep the whole team involved. Don't take all the fun away. Andy Metcalf. It was a good defensive play for Mr. Metcalf at first. That'll bring up Jordan Hauser, 0 for 1 with a fly out to center field. Don't forget, we've got 2 more games after this. I will have the privilege of broadcasting that next game, which will be approximately at 4:30, featuring Cadott and Tilden. Again, that'll be on a separate stream when we conclude this game. We will sign off and then go to the next stream. And if you're not sure where to find it, go to ZalewskiSports.com. Go under the Live Games tab. And all of them are listed there, and they have a little arrow inside a box. You click on that, it'll take you right to the YouTube page. 1-2 the count. Little flare to right field. It's going to drop foul. Good hustle by Curdy, but well out of his reach. Daniel Petro has chimed in. He says he's watching from Rock Falls, Wisconsin. Where is Rock Falls, Daniel? What area of the state? 1-2 the count with 1 out. Hauser awaits the pitch. Skies one in the infield. Third baseman Mueller coming in and makes the catch. Made it interesting, but had it all the way. Now, for the catcher, you're saying, well, why didn't the catcher make that catch? Because Mueller ended up being about 5 feet away from him. Trying to catch a pop-up with a catcher's mitt is not an easy task. And Mueller, running in on it, had a better view and made the play. Good defensive stop by the third baseman. 2 outs. Cal Freitag. And found out that Rock Falls is southwest of Eau Claire, around 10 miles. Thank you, Daniel. Now, if anybody knows where my hometown of Kendall is in Wisconsin, I'll give you a shout out. And just like that, a solid base hit to center field for Mr. Freitag. Fourth hit given up by Jake Lindsay. And 1 strikeout to go with 1 walk. So it's 2 to do. It's pretty much been a pitcher's duel. Snap throw back to first, back in time. Chase McQuaid with a rifle back there. Four games on tap today here at Hackman. Takes a strike. Will Thibodeau 1 for 1, scored the second run of the game for the Osseo Merchants when they scored 2 in the top of the third. Lindsay, the pitch. Off speed. Larson that's short will get the easy put out, and that will end the threat. No runs on 1 hit, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 4th, tied at 2. You're watching WBA State Baseball here on Zalewski Sports.
Wisconsin shops at Gross Auto Group for 3 big reasons. No hassle pricing, lifetime warranty, massive selection, price to move. Gross Auto Group's no hassle pricing means the price you see is the price you pay. No back and forth, no wasted time. Our lifetime engine warranty means we want your new ride running for as long as you own it. And with 8 brands in 6 stores, Gross Auto has the ride you want at the price you need. 3 reasons, 3 towns. Gross Auto Group in Neelsville, Black River Falls, and Marshfield.
I'm Dan.
And I am Jane. We are the owners of Elite Exteriors of Wisconsin.
Whether it's roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, additions, remodels, decks, garages, new construction, our team delivers dependable results with attention to detail.
Let Elite Exteriors of Wisconsin make your home elite.
Just had a nice chat with a fellow from Minnesota. I believe he's rooting for the Fish. I want to reiterate that Lucas Lupke had 2 hits, and he did. He had a RBI single and an RBI double and brought in his teammate Chad Patko, who had 2 walks to set up those runs. Bottom of the 4th here will bring to the plate for River Falls Trey Larson, Caden Mueller, and Austin Curdy. Mariah Kay, we drive through Kendall all the time on our way to Richland Center. Yes, yes. High fly ball to center field, free tag with the putout. 1 up, 1 down. Thank you for chiming in, ladies and gentlemen. It's nice to see who's watching and where you're watching from and what's going on. And we've got a fine, fine viewing audience. Thank you. Thanks to our sponsors. Those commercials you see that Ryder plays or the reads that I read, they help bring you these games free of charge on YouTube. Mueller takes strike 1. Byam in the afternoon has walked 2, struck out 1, and allowed 2 hits. And those 2 hits, again, both to Lucas Lutke. Count even at 1. As an umpire, and again, I know my limitations. I've done varsity softball and baseball, but I like it's more for me more enjoyable, and I'm better at doing the lower level JVs and middle school, junior highs. Ground ball to short, Brockman over to Zawacki, 2 up, 2 down. But to finish that thought, as an umpire, when you have 2 pitchers that consistently throw strikes or around the plate, it keeps you focused. And it keeps you in the game. I mean, it's just more enjoyable to umpire that way when you've got 2 good pitchers like we have in this matchup. Plus, you've got some good hitters, too. Speaking of which, high fly ball. Madsen back in right field. That's going to be gone. Home run for Austin Curdy. Home run. Breaks the 2-2 tie and makes it 3-2. Fighting Fish. Rounds the bases. Touches home plate. To the applause of the fans. And there's the Fish. There's the Fighting Fish. That's cool. Well done. Chase McQuaid came out to hand him the fish. With 2 outs, he's home run and right another single up the middle to center field. So back-to-back base hits given up by Byam. Shout out to the friends here at Marshfield. The home team here is the Chaparrals. They are hosting this year. It's quite an endeavor to do this, and they've done a fine job. Number 9 hitter Kyle Fritz. 0 for 1, grounded out to short. Chris Mueller is applauding. Yeah, Mariah, that's my hometown. Home of the first Rails to Trails bicycle trail. That was the last train went through in 1964, and in 1965 it became the first bike trail in the nation. That's our claim to fame. At one time, Kendall had 3 grocery stores, 3 hardware stores, 3 gas stations, 2 automobile dealerships. Nice stop for Jordan Hauser. It's quite a town, but once passenger service and farming changed, and it's now down to, I believe, 486 residents. I go through there when I go down to the farm, just outside of Kendall. Now here's a question for you, and this is a real community. This is a real town. If anybody knows where Hustler is, Hustler, Wisconsin, I will give you a big shout out. And a walk for Fritz. So a home run, a single, and a walk with 2 outs brings up the top of the order, and Brian Giebel. Giebel 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Thanks, Chris, for the shout-out to the Shaps. Whenever you host a tournament of any kind, it takes a lot of organization, a lot of manpower. Or people power, for that matter, excuse me. Should be people power. To pull this off. Snap throw back to second. He's back in time. Umpires sporting their powder blue tops today. Those are kind of nice to have when it's hot and sunny out. Oh, and 2 the count to Giebel. 2 on the pitch, outside for a ball. And a shout out to the fans. Thanks for all the interaction here on the comments section of the YouTube page. It's nice to give shout outs to people who view. Popped up. Zawacki's got a lot of room and will glove it for the 3rd out. Not until a big home run by Austin Curdy over the right field fence makes it 3-2, breaks the tie. We head to the 5th. 3-2 Fish. You're watching WBA State Tournament Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, this is Brian Butch, former college and professional basketball player, here with a message from Abbey Bank. Safeguard your personal information and join us for Abbey Bank's free shred day on Wednesday, August 5th from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. at any Abbey Bank location. Shred your confidential documents for free, and while you're there, help make a difference. Bring a non-perishable food or hygiene item to support your local food pantry. For full details, head to abbeybank.com. Abbey Bank, where they make banking about you. This is sponsored by Abbey Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of WBA State Baseball action here from Jack Hackman Field in beautiful downtown Marshfield. My name is Joe Anderson, bringing you play-by-play. My outstanding young producer is Mr. Ryder Spada to my left. Nate Halverson. He's rooting for the Merchants, cheering on the hometown team from Lake Geneva. So thank you, Nate, for chiming in. Chris Mueller says, way to go, Chachi. Still looking for more comments. Here's the top of the 5th inning. And the first pitch fouled off by Jesse Brockman. It'll be Brockman, Hauser, and Freitag. That's Cal Freitag. The 5, 6, 7 hitters in the lineup for Coach Hagburn. This is not a double elimination tournament, single elimination. Seen some very good baseball action the last 2 days. Started off last night at 6 o'clock with the Rapids Redhawks taking on the Cadott Red Sox. Cadott winning that game 6-5. The Burrell Millers took on the Tilden Tigers, and Tilden took it right to the Millers and defeated them 20-4 in 7 innings. That was last night. Early this morning at 10:30, the Crescent Cardinals took on the Everest Merchants, and Everest won that game matchup 5-3. And we're here watching Osseo and River Falls. 2 more games to follow after this. At 4:30 approximately, Tilden will take on Cadott. That should be a great matchup, and the winner of this game will take on Everest at 7:30. Oh, 0-2 the count. I got to give a shout out to these batters. They have worked the counts quite a bit. We are at 80 pitches, or 70 pitches right now for Jake Lindsay. And that pitch is a ball. Zawacki leading off here. I misread my book, so pardon me for that. This is Joe Zawacki, the batter. 2-2 count to him leading off the 5th. And he's hanging on. Keep on hanging on. Nate Halverson, yes, Hustler, Wisconsin is located in Juneau County, not far from New Lisbon and Camp Douglas. You are correct, sir. It's down around the area where I live. Stone's throw from the farm. And struck him out. Good pitching. Zawacki down on strikes for the first out. Top of the order now, and Ryan Freitag.
Top of the order.
Then it'll be Nolan Matson. There we go. When I read the book correctly, it makes more sense. By the way, my late grandfather, who was born on this date in 1896, as a young man was good friends with Colonel Douglas, who they named the air base after in the community. When I go down to the farm lately, I've been seeing an awful lot of military air traffic. A lot of those C-47s flying about 500 feet off the ground. Grew up with that as a kid. Then it kind of went away, and now they're back into some pretty intense training again. That's going to drop for a base hit. Giebel will knock it down. That's Brian Giebel. And a base hit for Ryan Freitag. Yeah, just there the other day and mowing the lawn, and toward the evening hours just before I bugged out to go back to Loyal, saw 2 big C-47 planes flying in the sky. Just could almost see the pilots' faces from where I was sitting on the tractor. 1 out, 1 on. Nolan Matson, the batter. He takes strike 1. So, Nate, you win the prize. And that's another bike trail community. 0-2, Hustler is. As a kid, I still remember the train tracks in Hustler and New Lisbon. New Lisbon still has tracks, but they go up through to Toma and La Crosse and up that way. I believe Hustler used to be part of the 400 trail, or 400 line. Ground ball fouled on the third baseline. It was called that because it took 400 minutes to get from Chicago to Minneapolis. 400 minutes. So it was called the 400 line. And Hustler was part of Highway 12, which was pre-interstate, the main highway between Minneapolis and Chicago. And they've moved it to the north, and it still exists, but no longer through the little communities of Clifton and Hustler and such. 0-2, the count remains to Nolan Matson. Jake Lindsay from the stretch with a runner at first. The pitch outside squirts away from McQuaid. Freitag will advance to second base. Count now 1-2. Every time I look down at my phone to check who's watching, the numbers increase. Tip of the cap to both of these teams. They both work the count, and the pitches are all around the strike zone. Very few dirt balls or high fit pitches. Ground ball up the middle. They're going to try to get the runner out at first, and they do. Madsen grounds out but does his job and advances the runner for the second out.
The pitcher, Alex Bion.
So Byam, the pitcher, DH, listed on the score sheet or the lineup card as pitcher DH. So Byam is 1 for 2, 2 RBIs for the Merchants, an RBI single in the third. And first pitch foul. So Barry Ivan Heukelum found the game finally, thanks to Jay Giebel. I'm so excited and I'm watching from River Falls. Go Fish, you can do this. Ground out to Patko over to first, and that will end the inning. They strand one and trail by one as we head to the bottom of the fifth. 3-2 Fish. You're watching WBA State Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
We're back here. I'm just doing a little bit of mathematics. Catching up. Always say this every time I do my mathematics. Math isn't my strong point. In fact, my fourth grade teacher, God rest her soul, is still waiting for me to turn in assignments from 1972. And I'm afraid they're not going to happen. Okay, so far we head to the bottom of the fifth, and it's 3-2 Fighting Fish. Fish led 1-0 after one, and then 2-0 into the third. Actually, they trailed 2-1 as two came in for the Osseo Merchants, and then they evened the score in the bottom of the third. The Fish did at 2, and Austin Curdy with a 2-out right field home run made it 3-2 Fish as we come in here to the bottom of the 5th inning. And this will be Chad Patko leading things off for the fellows from River Falls. First pitch popped up, and it'll be out of play. Again, always looking for people to chime in. Mike Hint just checked in. Hi, Mike. Thanks for watching this afternoon. Slaps a fly ball to left field, base hit. Nice hit for number 37. This game started at 1:46, and we're an hour and about 20 minutes in, and we're in the 5th, bottom of the 5th. When we do play 9, there is a 10-run rule after 7, but I don't think we're going to have to worry about it with this game. These are two finely matched teams. Lutke, 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs, a single and a double. And Patko on for the 3rd time in a row. 2 walks and earns his first base hit. He scored the only 2 runs for the Fish so far. Pardon me, 2 of the 3. That fly ball by Curdy over the right field fence, there was no doubt about it. Nolan Matson in right field could only just watch it go over the fence. Popped up. Center field. Ryan Freitag calls for it, makes the catch. So Lucas Lukey put out for the first time this afternoon. Again, the winner of this game will play at 7:30 tonight, and they will play the Everest Merchants. So if Osseo would win, you'd have Merchants versus Merchants, or you'd have Fighting Fish versus Merchants. 1 away, 1 on, and Chase McQuaid the batter. That pitch high. And Byam a little frustrated with himself. Slaps the glove against his thigh. He has pitched well. Both pitchers have done very well this afternoon. Game has kept moving. Throw to first, back in time. Again, I mentioned this an inning or 2 ago. As an umpire, you like it when the game moves along. You don't like those half innings of 40 minutes. And we have not had that in this matchup so far. Popped up. And it's going to be well out of play. I think the kids get ices. Do the kids get ices if they bring a foul ball? They do, okay. In Madison, for the softball team, the women's softball team, the Nightmares, they get free cheese curds if they bring in a foul ball. 1-1 the count. McQuaid takes ball 2. .88 pitches so far for Byam, make it 89. Usually around that 100 pitch mark is when you start to see some activity in the bullpen. And I do not see any so far. There is no pitching limits to my knowledge in WBA. Ground ball through the hole, it's short. So McQuaid picks up his first base hit of the afternoon and puts the tying run at second in Chad Patko.
2-1 for the shortstop, Trey Larson.
Trey Larson popped up to second and flew out to center. 0 for 2. Joe Anderson here, joined by the maestro of the modulator, Ryder Spada. I think you're done after this game, correct? Then we get Bella as our new producer. Fouled off. Raiders a sophomore. Going to be a sophomore or a junior? Going to be a sophomore. And Bella going to be a junior in high school. She'll be producing the next 2 games after this. Popped up, playable, in the infield. Zawacki in free tag, but Zawacki calls him off. Makes the catch.
Third baseman, Caden Mueller.
That was an infield fly rule out. So Caden Mueller, 0 for 2, flew out the left and grounded to short. Tying run at second base. Or pardon me, Patco in scoring position. I keep thinking wrong. I keep thinking that the Fish are behind, but they're ahead, 3-2. Got to look at my book. Byam trying to get out of the jam. Checks the runners, comes to the plate. Foul. On a play, foul. Beaching it once is Lucas, also known as the Mustache Man. Everybody's got unique nicknames. 0-2 the count to Mueller. Ground ball. Knocked down by Brockman over to first. And he'll beat it out, Will Mueller. I'm going to give him a base hit. That was a tough play for Jesse Brockman. That would have went through the hole, but he knocked it down and somehow got it to first, and a good defensive stop by Zawacki, the first baseman, so that ball didn't squirt away, which would have allowed Patco to score. We're going to have a meeting of the minds on the mound. We'll take a timeout here if we could, Ryder. Back after this, you're watching WBA Baseball on Zaleski Sports. Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of WBA State Baseball.
Oh, there's another guy going.
Still having a meeting of minds at the mound. Interesting position. Bases are loaded, but 2 outs. And the Merchants are going to make sure everybody's on the same page. When we come back after this at bat to start the 6th inning, I will do a quick run through of those who have chimed in on the YouTube comment page. All righty. This is Austin Curdy. The bases loaded, but 2 out. Curdy last time at bat with a bomb to right field, home run to give the Fish the lead, 3-2. This game could be broken wide open here with a base hit. With 2 outs, runners will go on contact. Byam wants to stop that. That ball squirts away from Hauser. And it was ball 4. So Patco will come in.
Bases loaded for the first baseman, Andy Metcalf.
So Patco scores the 4th run of the afternoon. And a walk given up to Curdy. And this is Andy Metcalf with a strikeout and a single. Now 4-2 Fish. Shot foul. 0-2. Alex Byam on the hill for the Osseo Merchants. Can he get out of this jam? Checks the runners, and he comes to the plate. Fly ball in the infield. Scott Hovell at third will make the catch to end the threat. Another run comes in for the Fish. They extend their lead to 4-2 as we head to the 6th. You're watching WBA state baseball action here on Zaleski Sports.
I'm Dan.
And I am Jane. We are the owners of Elite Exteriors of Wisconsin.
Whether it's roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, additions, remodels, decks, garages, new construction. Our team delivers dependable results with attention to detail.
Let Elite Exteriors of Wisconsin make your home elite.
This summer, the whole family is invited to Marshfield's home base for fun. Woodfield Inn & Suites, where great rooms come with great rates. Splash around in the indoor pool. Mom and Dad unwind in the hot tub. Let your kids take over the arcade. Book your family getaway at Woodfield Inn & Suites. The 2026 American Legion State Baseball Tournament is in Marshfield. Make Woodfield Inn & Suites your home base.
And we're back here at Jack Hackman Field in beautiful downtown Marshfield. Zaleski Sports bringing you today's WBA State Baseball Tournament action. Game 2 of 4. River Falls and Osseo. Joe Anderson, Ryan's Ryder Spada bringing you this action. Shout-outs to the following people who have chimed in on the positive manner on the YouTube page. Bill Jensen, Chris Mueller, Randy Dahl, Kayla Barber, Kyle Hesketon,
For the Osseo Merchants, the third baseman.
Blake Johnson, Wisco Baseball, Daniel Petshaw, Mariah Kay, Nate Halverson, and Beryl Van Hoykelum. I hope I said that right. And Beach in it. So thanks for tuning in. Looking for more people to chime in. Top of the 6th inning, Osseo will bring to the plate their 4-5-6 hitters, Scott Hovell, Jesse Brockman, and Jordan Hauser. Hovell 0 for 2 in the afternoon. And a big swing and a miss. Jake Lindsay for the Fish. 5 hits, struck out 2, and allowed 2 runs. McQuaid, a nice stop behind the plate. One and 2 the count. It was a late night last night. I came over to watch the Brill Millers play. That game was scheduled to start at 8:30 and didn't start until almost 9:30. I think it was 9:35 it actually started. Got over about close to midnight. And it was only a 7-inning game. It was Tilden really took it to Brill last night, 20-4 and 7. And they will take on Cadott. High fly ball to center field. Giebel. That's Brian Giebel makes the put out for the first out.
Shortstop, Jesse Brockman.
So Jesse Brockman, 0 for 2. Lindsay has pitched very well. Only runs given up in the 3rd inning. Alex Byam with a 2 RBI single brought in Cale Freitag and Will Thibodeau. And that's all the scoring so far for the Merchants. Single elimination tournament. Winner advances. The loser concludes their season. A pitch high for a ball. Count even at 1. Looking at the Chippewa River Baseball League, All League, you can see that there are teams from Osseo and Cadott and Tilden. Fly ball to second. Patco makes the catch. That are well represented. And there's a reason why, because their teams are here at the state tournament. Nolan Matson for Osseo. Ryan Freitag. Alex Byam. Nolan Hauser. 2 outs, bases empty. Jordan Hauser, the catcher, 0 for 2. Flyouts to center and to third. Done a fine job behind the plate this afternoon for the Merchants. Fouls that one back against the screen. Count remains 0-2. Both teams have worked the count. Tip of the cap to the Flying Fish and the Merchants. They have worked the count. Lindsay up to 95 pitches now. His counterpart, Alex Byam, has pitched well. Only 4 runs and 5 hits. Or 6 hits popped up. Gives chase. And over our heads almost went into the press box. Ryder was like, holy shnikes. It's like Carson Park. You ever been to Carson Park? You sit way up high. I mean, you're really up high, but there's no screen. And there's been foul balls that came in. I had my one producer, the one game I did over there this summer, I told him, watch out for foul balls, and he went, yeah. And then the third pitch of the game, one flew in, and he caught it. And struck him out looking. Hauser down on strikes, 3 up, 3 down. Head to the bottom of the 6th. It's 4-2 Fish. You're watching WBA baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Welcome to the competition where only the best healthcare plans rise to the top. Megasure.
Presenting Paperwork Pound Cake, a half-baked plan with flaky service sprinkled on top.
Ooh. Next up, Security Health Plan.
I call this one the Sweet Security. It has high-quality coverage folded in, and it's frosted with award-winning local service that's sweet but never sugar-coated.
That's a slice of better.
Chef Security, congratulations. Truly the recipe for better.
WBA State Baseball Tournament action here live on Zaleski Sports. Joe Anderson, Ryder Spada, bringing you this afternoon's game. Game 2 of 4. And we're in the bottom of the 6th, and the River Falls Fighting Fish leading the Osseo Merchants 4-2. 3 runs scored for the Fish by Chad Patco, 2 times driven in by Lucas Lutke. And one came in on a walk by Austin Curdy, and a big right field home run for Austin Curdy in the 4th has gave the Fish the lead. They continue to lead now 4-2 as they will bring to the plate here the 9-1-2-3 hitters, Kyle Fritz, Brian Giebel, and Chad Patco. The River Falls Fighting Fish.
Left fielder, Kyle Fritz.
Kyle on the afternoon, 0 for 1 with a walk. That's number 9 in the order, playing left field. Mr. Byam on the hill remains for the Merchants. Alex had 101 pitches on the afternoon. Again, no pitch limit on WBA teams. If you want to throw 200 pitches in the game, go ahead. I wouldn't want to be your pitching arm. There's been a couple of games over the years that I broadcast where a pitcher has gone around 140, 150. Boy, the bleacher creatures are increasing on the bank on the hill over the left field fence. High fly ball. Thibodeau makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. Top of the order, and Brian Giebel. Giebel 0 for 3, a strikeout, a ground out, and a pop-up. One out, base is empty for Mr. Brian Giebel. That first pitch is out wide for ball 1. Been a fun game to broadcast. Been a fun game to watch, I would no doubt think, too, at home. It's moving right along. Good defense, good pitching. And the hitters working the counts. Count even at 1. Popped up, playable. Free tag at second. No, it's going to be Zawacki. And Zawacki makes the put out for out number 2.
Second baseman, Chad Patko.
So Chad Patko, who scored 3 of the 4 runs for the Fighting Fish. A walk, and a single. 3 runs scored. Comes up here in the bottom of the 6th. Pretty quick inning so far for Alex Bynum. He needs a quick inning. He's up to pitch 106. Mike Steinwagner, who did the first 3 games. 2 last night and the first today. He is at the university just up the road watching his daughter in a musical. The Descendants. It's a youth musical. And then his daughter's going to head off to Stevens Point in about 2 weeks to start college. Be an empty nester. Chris and I have been empty nesters since 2017. Took a while to get used to, but it's always nice to see the kids. They all live around the Madison area, so we don't have to go all over the place to see them. 3-1 count now to Patko. Takes it inside and draws the walk. He's been on base every at-bat so far, Chad Patko.
Patko draws a walk, brings up the DH, Lucas Luke.
So Lucas Luke, you see the one they call the mustache? Yes. Beechin at 1 says that's the one they call the mustache man. Pitch outside for ball 1. River Falls, they are members of the St. Croix Valley Baseball League. They were undefeated at 14-0 on the season. They outscored their opponents 176-23. And they're the defending title holders here in the WBA Class A state tournament. Looking to go back-to-back, and they called it a strike. Ooh, the mustache man thought he had a walk, tried to convince Blue, but Blue has said nope. Called a strike. Much to the chagrin of the fans of River Falls. The count now 3-1. Now called strike 2. Now the count's full, 3-2. Don't count your chickens before they're hatched, as they say. 1 on, 2 outs, full count. Lukey fouls that one off. So Lukey, you're going to have to talk to your friend Beachin it, as he gave out your nickname. 3-2 pitch. There he draws the walk. Took him 2 extra pitches, but he got on base.
With the walk.
Chase McQuaid, 1 for 3 in the afternoon. 2 ground outs to short, but a single in the 5th. We're going to have a meeting of minds on the mound. I think we're going to have a pitching change possibly. We'll just keep it here for right now. If Ryder could get a shot of all the fans that are out there in the left field, they're sitting on the bank. I call them the bleacher creatures. Could sit up there and watch the game. That's kind of a popular spot for people to do that. Sort of like in Wrigley Field when they sit on the buildings across the street. That's the old shoe factory in the background. The shoe factory just moved south of town into a new facility, and they're trying to figure out what they're going to do with that building. There's a lot of banter of plans, but nothing solid yet. All right, meeting of minds is over. 2 out, 2 on. Chase McQuaid, the batter. Ball 1. It's always hardest to get that 3rd out. Thank you, Ryder, for the good camera work. Much appreciated. Byam steps off. Chase McQuaid, the catcher for the Fighting Fish. I knew I'd say Flying Fish at least once. They're the Fighting Fish. The pitch. Fly ball left field. Foul. 320 down the lines here at Jack Hackman. 367 in the power alleys. Dead center is 385. And a lot of foul territory. Named after, I believe, Mr. Jack Hackman, who was a sports writer for the Marshfield News Herald. Very involved in Marshfield area baseball. If I'm incorrect, leave a comment on the YouTube page. Two and one the count here to Chase McQuaid. Chad Patko a second, Lucas Lukey at first. Now 3-1. Snap throw down the second, not in time. Patko back. They try a little bit of hidden ball trick, didn't work. Three and one. Here's the pitch. Popped up. 3-2. Hard to believe we start with football broadcasts starting on Thursday and on Friday night. When in doubt, see what games are going to be broadcast, go to ZaleskiSports.com. Follow back. If you go to ZaleskiSports.com, find the tab that says Live Games, click on that, and look at the schedule. It'll show the teams that are being covered. And there will be in the lower right-hand corner, I believe it is, a little square with an arrow in it. Click on that little square with the arrow in it, and that will take you right away, the link, to the game you would like to watch. Popped up. Scott Hovell in foul territory makes the catch and ends the threat. They threaten but do not score. As we head to the top of the 7th, 4-2 Fighting Fish. You're watching WBA State Baseball on Zaleski Sports. And we're back here at Jack Hackman Field for the top of the 7th between the Fighting Fish and the Merchants of Osseo. Ryder spotted to my left on production. Joe Anderson here bringing you play-by-play. The St. Croix Valley Baseball League consists of the River Falls Fighting Fish, the Hudson River Rats, the Osceola Braves, the Prescott Pirates, Spring Valley Hawks, New Richmond Millers, Ellsworth Hubbers, Bay City Bombers, the Plum City Blues, the Menominee Eagles, and the Elmwood Expos. And all of those I named, the Fighting Fish, the Braves, the Blues, and the Expos have all qualified for the state tournament. The only one in Class A was River Falls, Osceola, Plum City, and Elmwood all in Class B. And I believe they're playing those state games in Elmwood. Correct me if I'm wrong. And we keep increasing viewership. Thank you for tuning in this afternoon. Make sure to leave a positive comment on the YouTube page. Give you a little recognitions. See who's watching. All right, top of the 7th. Merchants will bring to the plate Cal Freitag, Will Thibodeau, and Joe Zawacki. I give a shout out to Mike Steinwegner. He did a lot of hard work, getting a lot of stats and standings, and so thanks to that. Thanks to Mike. He'll be back here for the nightcap at 7:30. Fly ball to center field, base hit to lead off the 7th for the Merchants.
Left fielder Will Thibodeau.
100th pitch for Jake Lindsay. Was a base hit. And Will Thibodeau, 1 for 2. A single, a run scored in the 3rd, and a fielder's choice in the 4th. And he takes strike 1. That music you hear in the background when we come in. Base hit down the third baseline. Nice hit for Thibodeau. So back-to-back singles has put the tying run at first base. And now Joe Zawacki 0 for 2 on the back bat. Just going to say that Al Lalakata, the postman, running the audio this afternoon for the PA system. Two on, infield fly rule in effect. Bunt attempt, good bunt, scooped up by Mueller over to first. So a good sack bunt for Joe Zawacki. Advances the runners to second and third. Infield fly rule out of play now with runners at second and third and 1 out. Brings up the top of the order, and Ryan Freitag flew out to center, walked, and singled.
Freitag with the walk.
And they're going to give Freitag the free pass to load the bases. So now you've got to force out at any base. And Nolan Matson, who's 0 for 3 in the afternoon, will step into the batter's box for the Osseo Merchants. First pitch popped up, playable. In comes Curdy in right field, and don't want to challenge Mr. Curdy because he's got a gun of an arm. So that defensive strategy paid off. And he got Matson to pop up on the first pitch. Austin Curdy showed off that arm earlier. They had runners at second and third, and a fly ball hit to Curdy in right and rifled it right down to Chase McQuaid, the catcher. No bounce, right on the line. Alex Byam, the batter. Alex, 1 for 3 in the afternoon. Had the 2 RBIs, single in the third. And the left-handed hitter and pitcher and right-handed pitcher takes strike one. Ball one, excuse me. Murchison, they got to get a run here. Popped up out of play, 0-2. Or 1-1. Bats from the left side. Tying run at second. The pitch. Fly ball to center field. Giebel makes the catch over the left shoulder to extinguish the threat. They load the bases but cannot scratch a run over. 7th inning stretch time here at Hackman. You're watching WBA State Tournament Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to the competition where only the best healthcare plans rise to the top. Megasure.
Presenting Paperwork Pound Cake, a half-baked plan with flaky service sprinkled on top.
Ooh. Next up, Security Health Plan.
I call this one the Sweet Security. It has high-quality coverage folded in, and it's frosted with award-winning local service that's sweet but never sugar-coated.
That's a slice of better.
Chef Security, congratulations. Truly the recipe for better.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports, coverage of the WBA Class A State Tournament here from Marshfield's Jack Hackman Field. Got to give some recognition to some of our fans who have chimed in. Ty Freitag, Freitag, I got it right. Ty Freitag says, that a boy. Randy Dolly, D-A-H-L-E, says the WBA Class B tournament is being played at Bob Young Field in Ellsworth. So I was correct on that. Thank you for doing that, Randy. And Steve Pfeiffer says, let's go Fish. Many of these players are coaching my son Griffin in youth baseball. Thank you, Fish, and let's go and get a W. Still time to chime in, get a little recognition. The next inning I will, oh my gosh, we've really picked up viewers. Holy cats. Thanks for that. Keep watching. As we head to the bottom of the 7th, it'll be Larson, Mueller, and Curdy up for the Fish. Alex Bynum with on pitch number 126. Hits a little flare. Zawacki almost had it. That would have been a tremendous catch. Good effort for that first baseman. Over his shoulder, tried to make the basket catch. That was about the only thing he could do. Had it and it bounced out. So good effort by Joe Zawacki. Count now 0-2 to Larson. Larson batting in the 5 hole. 0 for 3. Yeah, my old social studies teacher, Mr. Vandehave from Auburndale, was one of the offensive MVPs back in the day. And they pop that one up in the outfield. Ryan Freitag. No, it's going to be Nolan Matson who makes the put out for out number 1. Caden Mueller, 0 for 2. A fly out and a ground out. He's wearing the style stirrups the way we used to wear them back when I was in high school. Late 70s, early 80s. Played at Royal High School. I played a lot of right and left bench. And then for one bit of time, I played first bench. The mind was willing, the body was weak. I was not a very good athlete, but I still enjoyed being on the team. Had a good team, too, those years. Zaleski Sports says hi to Gary. Gary Lubitsch has chimed in. Bounces that pitch. I don't know if it got a piece of Mr. Hauser or not. I think it just nicked off his calf. Right, it's always, you always get nicked as a catcher or an umpire right where the protective equipment has a gap or a hole. You either get, if you're an umpire, you catch it right in between right around your armpit, or you catch it on the foot, and if you're a catcher, you catch it in the same spots as the umpire, or you catch it on the calf, like Jordan Hauser did, but shook it off. You were good. Counts full, 3-2 to Mueller. And he draws the walk. So a one-out walk for Caden Mueller. And Austin Curdy, 1 for 2. And that one hit was an RBI home run in the 4th. Also got an RBI walk in the 5th. Batting from the left side. Curdy with a fly out, a home run, and a walk. Big cut and the miss, 0-2. If the season does end today for the Merchants, they have no reason to hang their heads. They have played a very good game. They have been in it. It's only 4-2. But they're going to look back and say, you know, we had bases loaded a couple of times and the chance to either get the one or tie and just couldn't put the ball in play. Clouds have gathered up again and blotted out the sun. And down on strikes goes Austin Curdy. Never took the bat off his shoulder. Got fooled.
The Whittlesey Reds 6, Plum City Blues 1.
So with 2 outs and 1 on, this brings up Andy Metcalf. Andy 1 for 3. A strikeout, a single, and a pop-up to Scott Hovell at third. A 1-1 to count. Ground ball through the hole at second. Mueller's going to round second and hold up. So Metcalf with a 2-out single. Brings up Kyle Fritz.
2 on for the left fielder, Kyle Fritz.
So Kyle Fritz, number 8. Kiki Hernandez's number for the Dodgers. Remember, I'm a Dodger fan. Kyle batting from the left side. 2 on, 2 out. 2-run lead for the Fish. Got the outside corner, and you heard that one fan go, oh. Everybody's an umpire. Until you have to be the umpire, and then it's like, no, I don't want that job. Nice job pitching for Byam. He's gotten himself out of several jams today. He's up to pitch 144. We'll see if he comes out for the 8th. Bounced it. No, it hit him. They're going to say that Fritz was hit by pitch. And that will load the bases. With 2 outs. And Brian Giebel. Strikeout, ground out, pop up, pop up. And those pop-ups were the right side of the diamond. Falls the first pitch out of play for strike 1. Come on out to the ballpark. It's a wonderful afternoon, good concessions, and there's not a bad seat in the house. And it's not brutally hot. Foul the back, strike 2. Still looking for people to chime in yet on the YouTube page. Feel free to do that. Ground ball. Through the hole, it's short. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. So a 2 RBI single for Brian Giebel. Brings in Mueller and Mueller and Metcalf. And now it's 6-2. That was a huge hit. I heard one of the fans say that was huge, and they are correct. So now we're going to have a meeting of minds at the pitcher's mound. See if we have a pitching change here. I'm thinking we will. Bandit Golf Company says, let's go Osseo. All right, now Osseo trailing by 4 here in the bottom of the 7th. And I think we're going to have a pitching change here. And Mr. Byam is going to conclude his day on the hill. He had a great job, did a great job. We'll see who the new pitcher is. We'll come after this. We'll do a couple messages from our sponsors. You're watching WBA State Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup. And Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile. Call us to set up your free consultation today.
New pitcher in for the Merchants. See if we can catch his number. I think it's number 11.
On the mound, Scott Howell.
Number 11, and we'll double check the roster for the Merchants. Scott Hovell will go from third base to the pitcher's mound. Pitching line for Alex Byam 6 2/3, 9 hits, 6 walks, 2 strikeouts, 6 runs came in. 1 hit batter, and he is responsible for the runners on the base paths. And bring up Chad Patko. Patko, a walk, a single, and a walk, and he scored 3 times. Let's see where they moved to third base. So Scott Hovell now on the hill. Cal Freitag has moved to third. Try to catch the other change at second. And a base hit. They're going to send the runner. And run comes in. Fritz scores from second. So an RBI single for Chad Patko will end up at second. Now Brian Giebel at third base. And they moved Alex Byam from pitcher to second base. Makes it 7-2. A lot of these hits coming with 2 outs for the Fish. Barrel says applause and love for Brian Giebel.
Catcher Chase McQuaid.
Chase McQuaid, the batter. They give an intentional pass to Lutke. Ninth batter of the inning, and McQuaid 0 for, let's see, ground out, single, pop up to third. Popped up, out of play to McQuaid.
Pitch running for the River Falls is L. Condon.
Strike called. Al Condon is running from, but that's strike 3, and that will end the inning. As I was looking down, didn't catch it. 3 big runs come in for the Fish in the bottom of the 7th. They now lead 7-2. Back after this, you're watching WBA baseball state tournament action here on Zaleski Sports.
Wisconsin shops at Gross Auto Group for 3 big reasons. No hassle pricing, lifetime warranty, massive selection, price to move. Gross Auto Group's no hassle pricing means the price you see is the price you pay. No back and forth, no wasted time. Our lifetime engine warranty means we want your new ride running for as long as you own it. And with 8 brands in Sick, Gross Auto has the ride you want at the price you need. 3 reasons, 3 towns. Gross Auto Group in Neelsville, Black River Falls, and Marshfield.
I'm Dan.
And I am Jane. We are the owners of Elite Exteriors of Wisconsin.
Whether it's roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, additions, remodels, decks, garages, new construction, our team delivers dependable results with attention to detail.
Let Elite Exteriors of Wisconsin make your home elite.
The Merchants have got a uphill road to hoe here as they trail now 7-2. As we go to the 8th inning, Joe Anderson, Ryder Spada, bringing you today's action here from Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Amanda Sampson says, let's go, Coach Jesse.
This will be the largest pot of the weekend so far. We're over $230.
Half and half is over $230, and I didn't buy a ticket. Chris Mueller, great inning fish. Scott Hovell, now pitching, will lead off here for the Merchants. He hits the first ball foul to right field and well out of play. It'll be Hovell, Brockman, and Hauser due out for the Merchants. Again, this is a single elimination tournament. Winner moves on. Loser's season has concluded. And Jake Lindsay on the hill remaining for River Falls. He's up to pitch 109. By him was around 155 pitches when he had the ball taken away from him on the mound, and a base hit to center field. Through the wickets of Brian Giebel, but good backup by Austin Curdy. Took a funny bounce out in the outfield, so Hovell on with a single to center.
Single by Hovell brings up shortstop Jesse Brockman.
Chris Mueller very active on the comment page. Thanks for that. And every time I look at the amount of people who are viewing, it keeps going up. So thank you for tuning in. By the way, friends, when you watch the commercials or you heard my reads earlier on, those are the sponsors who are bringing this game to you for free. So make sure that you patronize these companies or businesses. High fly ball, right field, but Curdy's under it. Makes the catch for the first out. Brockman pops up to right for out number one. Jordan Hauser, 0 for 3. He's flown out to center to the third baseman and struck out looking. Lindsay's pitched well. 2 runs only in the third inning. Has walked 1, struck out 1, 2, 3. Struck out 3 and given up 3, 4, 5, 7 hits. They've got 8 hits. Fouled on the third baseline. Merchants are well alive in this game yet. It's only 7-2. And Lindsay's up to 114 pitches. Ground ball to short, could be 2. Larson scoops it over the Patco. Patco to Metcalf, and the double play is completed to end the 8th. No runs and 1 hit. Nobody left. We head to the bottom of the 8th. 7-2 Fish. You're watching WBA State Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, this is Brian Butch, former college and professional basketball player, here with a message from Abbey Bank. Safeguard your personal information and join us for Abbey Bank's free shred day on Wednesday, August 5th from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. at any Abbey Bank location. Shred your confidential documents for free, and while you're there, help make a difference. Bring a non-perishable food or hygiene item to support your local food pantry. For full details, head to abbeybank.com. Abbey Bank, where they make banking about you. This ad is sponsored by Abbey Bank, member FDIC.
And one of the members of the Flying Fish won $274, a fan. It's kind of nice. Can buy a couple gallons of gas with that. Got to recognize some shout outs here to viewers. Bill Jensen, Chris Mueller, Randy Dahl, Kayla Barber, Blake Johnson, Wisco Baseball, Daniel Petcho, Mariah Kay, Nate Halverson, Beryl, Beachin' It, Ty Freitag, Steve Pfeiffer, Bandit Golf Co., Amanda Sampson. Thanks for chiming in, leaving a positive comment on the YouTube page. Still got time to get in. We're only in the bottom of the 8th. And if you're the Fish, it'd be nice to pick up another run, but you're the Merchants, you got to hold them and get the bats going in the 9th. Trey Larson leading things off here in the 8th. They batted around in the 7th, did the Fish. Scored 3 runs. What was a 4-2 game is now a 7-2 game. And Scott Hovell in relief of Alex Byam. You call that a strike. 2-1 the count. Strike 2. 2-2 pitch. Popped up. Foul territory. Zawacki gives chase. Ran out of real estate. There has been some very good defensive plays taking place this afternoon in this matchup. Good pitching, good hitting, good defense. 2-2 pitch. Now full to Larson, 3-2. It's been an enjoyable game to watch. Ground ball to second. Byam. Or to first for the putout. So 1 up, 1 down. It'll bring up Caden Mueller. Mueller 1 for 2. He flew out to left. He grounded out, hit a base hit, and was hit by the pitch and scored one of the 3 runs in the 7th for the Fish. Another run would be nice for the River Falls Fighting Fish, but the Merchants are going to have something to say about that. Trailing by 5. They need a big 9th inning. Winner will play at 7:30 tonight against the Everest Merchants. Crowd starting to fill out on the bleacher creatures on that bank. A lot of people in lawn chairs sitting out watching. It is getting more, the clouds are getting a little bit more menacing looking. They are talking about rain, but later tonight. Pitch high for a ball. According to the meteorologists, it's supposed to start sometime after 11 or 12 and rain overnight and then conclude early Sunday morning. Tomorrow's championship game will take place at noon. Brought to you live here on Selesky Sports. Mike Steinwagner and I, without adult supervision, will bring you play-by-play. And a walk given up to Mueller.
Mueller draws a walk, brings up the right fielder, Austin Curti.
Curti. Base hit the left.
For the first baseman, Andy
Infield fly rule in effect for Andy Metcalf. Andy Metcalf, 2 for 4 in the afternoon. Fouls that one back. 0-2. Mueller at second, Curdy at first, 1 out. And Scott Hovell on the hill for the Merchants. The pitch. Good stop behind the dish by Jordan Hauser. He has done very well behind the plate today. That is the one thing as an umpire. I always would tell the catcher, the first thing I tell him is that your main job is to protect me. And the reason why is that if the umpire knows that catcher is going to knock every ball down, he'll stay in it a little bit longer to see if it's going to be a strike or not. That's a wild pitch, which allows Mueller and Curdy to advance. Mueller now at third, Curdy at second. Infield fly rule is off. Nothing that Hauser could have done for that. 59-foot fastball. And the pitch. Rip to left. 1 run is in. They're going to send Curdy. And a 2 RBI single for Andy Metcalf. Makes it 9-2. Fish.
Left fielder, Kyle Fritz.
Fritz grounds up the middle. Base hit. So a walk and 3 straight base hits have now made the score 9-2.
For the center fielder, Brian Giebel.
Top of the order in Giebel coming up. That's Brian Giebel. Giebel, 1 for 5 with 2 RBI.
For the Fish, Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson running now, pinch running, courtesy running at first. Actually, pinch running at first. Giebel takes ball 1. Infield fly rule in effect with runners at first and second and less than 2 outs. The pitch inside. And Hovell having a hard time finding the strike zone, struggling here. Came in with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. There's a strike. 2-1 to count. Ball 3. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Fair down the third baseline. 1 run's going to come in. And runners at second and third. An RBI double for Brian Giebel. Makes it 10-2. So Chad Patko, the batter, 3 runs scored for him and an RBI. Patko, a walk, a single, a walk, and a single, and an RBI. 1 out, 0-2 count, 2 on, 1 in, or 3 in. Fly ball to right, good catch by Matson in right, good throw home. For out number 2.
The DH, Lucas Lutke.
And they're going to put Lutke on to load the bases to get a force out anywhere.
Brings up catcher Chase McQuaid.
Chase McQuaid, the batter, with 2 outs. It's a fair ball. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in. And there's going to be an argument there. Now, did it hit the umpire or not? If it hits the umpire, it's dead. We're going to hold up here and see what's going on. If it hits the umpire in fair territory, they want to be in foul territory. So they're going to have a meeting of minds. They can challenge it. The umpire's going to say it hit the bag. So before we get ahead of ourselves, we're going to wait till the decision is made. It was a line shot down the third baseline. Now, did it hit the bag or did it hit the umpire? And they're going to say it hit the bag. So 2 more runs will come in for the Fish. Are they bringing them back? All right, they did not score. So everybody goes back to where they were. And it was ruled a foul ball. That's why we held up. Usually when I umpire, I don't see, you can see the third base umpire, he's straddling the line to help with fair or foul. I stay in foul territory. Because I work with a 2-man crew. Popped up to free tag in center. And that'll end it. Here in the bottom of the 8th. We head to the top of the 9th. It's 10-2 in favor of the Fish. Back after this, you're watching WBA Baseball State Tournament action here on Zaleski Sports.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Finishing up the work here on the pitching line for Mr. Hovell. 3 runs came in the inning on 4 hits. 3 left. He did not strike out anybody. And let's, for walks quick. 1, 2, 3. So the pitching line for Scott Hovell was an inning and a third, 5 hits, 3 walks, 1 strikeout, and 3 runs. I did that early, I'm presuming. And we got a new pitcher in for the Fish, number 20. Barb Zaroff says, let's go Fish. Gary Lubitsch, let's go Fish, you got this. Amanda Sampson, let's go Coach Jesse. Bandit Golf Co. and Beryl have all chimed in. Thank you for your participation. Big group of people watching this afternoon. Thank you. Cal Freitag will start things off here in the top of the 9th. They trail 10-2. We got to check the Joe Stoffel is now pitching. Freitag now with a 2-2 count. Fly ball to right field. Curdy. Out number 1.
Left fielder Will Thibodeau.
Pitching line for Jake Lindsay. 8 innings, 8 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 2 runs allowed. And 8 innings of work. And here we're in the 9th inning. Will Thibodeau, the batter for the Merchants from Osseo. Hits a high fly ball. Again to right field. Curdy makes the catch. 2 putouts back-to-back for the right fielder. And the Merchants are down to their last out of the season.
First baseman Joe Zawacki.
And number 9 hitter Joe Zawacki, the batter. And this may end it. Popped up in the infield. Stoffel makes the catch, and that will do it as the Fighting Fish advance by the final score of 10-2 over the Osseo Merchants. Stay tuned for the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get those fresh cheese curds in Marshfield or Curtis, or log on to NasonvilleDairy.com. Back with stats after our friends from Nasonville Dairy's presentation.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, We ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Welcome back to the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. You can get those fresh cheese curds in Marshfield or Curtis, or log on to NasonvilleDairy.com. A 10-2 victory this afternoon for the Fighting Fish of River Falls as they knock out the Osseo Merchants from the state tournament. Winning pitcher was Jake Lindsay, went 8 innings, 8 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 2 runs allowed. And when 1 inning of relief by Joe Stoffel. The losing pitcher was Alex Byam, 6 2/3, 9 hits, 6 walks, 2 strikeouts, 7 runs allowed. Relieved by Scott Hovell, pitched an inning and a third, 5 hits, 3 walks, 1 strikeout, 3 runs came in on his watch. Leading hitters for the Merchants, Ryan Freitag was 1 for 2. Alex Byam 1 for 4. So was Scott Hovell. 3 for 4 for Cal Freitag with a run scored. Will Thibodeau 2 for 4 with a run scored. And that was all she wrote for the Merchants as they lose this afternoon and are eliminated. The leading hitters for the Fish, Brian Griebel 2 for 6. Chad Patko 2 for 3. 2 for 3 also for Lucas Ludke. Caden Mueller 1 for 3. Austin Curdy 2 for 4 with a RBI home run and an RBI walk. And 3 for 5 for Andy Metcalf, 2 RBIs and a walk. So the Fish advance to tonight's game at 7:30 and will play another Merchants team, this time for Schofield and Everest. Stay tuned for Cadott at Tilden. That'll be up in about a half an hour, so look for us around 5 o'clock or so. For the start of that, it'll be on a different stream. For my outstanding young producer, Mr. Ryan Spada, Joe Anderson saying thank you for watching. Again, final score, River Falls 10, Osseo 2. Catch you in a little bit.